World Cup is done, but the transfer season's still here, baby, and it is hotting up, and we're going to talk all about it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Far From Perfect podcast, where three guys from Toronto, Canada, give you the hottest takes on the best game, the greatest game of all time, football. Guys, the Premier League's going to be back soon. It's only, a couple of weeks, 3 weeks away. I can't wait to get started. I've actually enjoyed watching football without stressing, but adding that extra stress gives it a lot more meaning. I miss the stress, which is a crazy thing to say. Watching every goal, watching every game. But to discuss everything that's happening in the Premier League and all across Europe, we've got the usual squad today. Anup, man, what's up, bro?
What's up, guys? Speaking about stress, I feel the anxiety. I feel the tension mounting already. And it's transfer season, so my club is always quiet, but again, we will delve into that in details.
Yes.
So, on to you, Sal.
Yeah. Sal, what's up, man?
Bro, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I think that's the one sick thing about when you have the Euros or World Cup. It's you get into the season so quick. There's no dull period. It's things are happening so quickly. So I like that part of having international football. But maybe a little recap for those of you who are maybe joining us for the first episode with the new season starting. We are three guys from Toronto. I'm a United fan. Arvin's an Arsenal fan, and Arup supports one other team.
Say the name. Say the name. The greatest.
Liverpool. The club. They finished below us. It's fine. But yeah, he's a Liverpool fan, so we're obviously gonna give you all the ins and outs. Bro, you're talking about history, bro. You're talking about history. What I'm talking about right now.
Should I talk about right now?
Let's talk about right now.
That's history too,
years?
brother. That's
Sal,
history
last
too.
10 years.
This is
7-0. Let's talk about that.
Oh my god. Oh, we're going to go 7-0.
Where's my
No.
Not
7-up. 20 years. Can we talk about the last 20 years?
Oh.
Then.
Yo, why don't we just talk about last season, bro? Let's just talk about last season.
We're just putting our filters. Okay, guys. Let's get to the point.
Keyword last season. Oh my god, I can't. This is the worst case scenario.
Last to
this
last.
is what we all were afraid of. This is what we were afraid of.
Exactly. Don't worry, Sal. Zero Champions League, by the way. So.
You'll never sing that.
When's the last time you sang that, bro?
Who?
Oh, I sang it.
Who?
So,
I sang it.
Arsenal women's won Champions League last year, bro.
He's saying that since 5 years.
Two-time Champions League winners. Bro, I support Arsenal as a whole, alright? So we can sing that. To get out of here. Carry on, baby.
I will get out of here if you bring that argument again.
What? Shout out Chloe Kelly, man. Shout out
honestly,
Black Stenius, bro.
Alright, shout out. Yo, shout out.
Okay, I can't hate. No. First of all, no, but I'm not going to hate. It's okay.
No hate, only love. Peace and love.
You know what? We're talking about Arsenal, so why don't we keep talking about Arsenal a little bit? Obviously, as has been made, if you couldn't see, Arvin was hoisting his Champions of 2026 mug up in the air over and over again. And obviously, the defending champions, the club I think that's coming in with the most consistency, but doesn't mean this transfer window is not important for them, right? I think we know how difficult it is to repeat. Arsenal's never done it. So it's going to be important for them to get pickups in to make sure they can repeat in a year that I think not a lot of people can even predict right. We don't know what's going to happen. So, Arvin, why don't you kind of tell us a little bit, what are some of the gaps you feel Arsenal need to kind of address this transfer season?
I think the obvious one is, you know what, before I get started, man, just going into this season as defending champs, bro, it's just such a... I was lulled into a sense of comfort. I'm not going to lie. Going into the season, next season, I was just like, man, I was rewatching all the trophy videos, and there's a little chance where you think, this squad is enough, but we have to... Now is the time to step on the gas. We have to go for it, go for the kill. We have to back-to-back another Premier League. We have to do it. And the biggest hole that I noticed is obviously left wing. I think that's been a huge problem position for us. Even with Man, like, if you look at our front line, the fact that we won a title with that front line is actually ridiculous, bro. It's actually insane that we won with that front line. Bukayo was injured majority of the time as well, so our best attacking player was missing. Trossard, who was one of the best attacking players last year, he's gone now. So obviously we've signed Christos Zolis. Shout out to the Greek legend. I don't know if you've seen like his goal involvements. He had 52 goal involvements last year. And it is a Belgian Pro League, but I still think that's pretty impressive. 52 goal involvements, 22 goals, 29 assists, which is pretty impressive. So we've signed this guy, but obviously we know the big rumor that just dropped when David Orney dropped a bomba. I don't know if we should discuss that now, but the link to Vinícius goddamn Jr.
Okay.
Bro.
Vinícius goddamn Jr. Okay, listen, all right. Obviously, everybody knows we were linked to Morgan Rogers, and there was a whole talk about he was our number one target. And then Chelsea dropped 117 M's on him, and they were talking about food chain. Food chain. Oh, you got food chain. We stole your number one target. We didn't even bid for him, by the way. All this talk about him being our number one target, and then what happens next? Arsenal's like, you want Morgan Rogers? All right, man, keep him. We'll just go for the big fish. Ballon d'Or finalist, number 2 player in the world. That's our ambition, bro. We're not looking at Morgan Rogers from Villa, 10 goals, 6 assists, bro. We're looking at Champions League pedigree. All right, creme de la creme, top of the food chain. Don't use that word again with us, champions. All right, fuck you guys, Chelsea fans. Fucking out of here. Fuck these guys.
This is the worst timeline ever. The worst. This is everything I didn't want the world to be, bro. It's exactly. No one's surprised.
And if they get Vinny Jr., guys, I'm telling you, it's done. It's over. I feel. I mean, I'll throw in the towel.
Okay, wait. Let's hold on. Let's talk about the Vinny thing, because I think I know Ornstein reported on it, and that Vinny and Arsenal, the teams have met. I still think this deal is, from everything that I'm hearing, quite far away from getting over the line. The weirdest thing about all, and again, I don't know how real this is, but apparently Mourinho's come out and said that he wants Vinny to stay, and he has the power to apparently overrule everything, obviously. I don't know how much I believe that. I don't know if they have the best relationship. So I'm a little... Let's see, right? Let's see. I'm not quite going to call it a bomba just yet, but I think you're right, Anurup. Like, this is league defining, right? Like, we don't have a player of that level, especially an attacking player in the Premier League, that was in the Ballon d'Or race previous years, like coming in with that type of flair. It's been a while. We've got a lot of young talent coming in, guys like Wirtz and stuff, but Vinny would be a player in his prime. I almost kind of hope it does happen in some capacity, just because it'd be so fun to watch him in the Premier League, you know? Like, it'll be kind of sick. But, okay, we'll talk more about kind of what else, you know, some of the other rumors that are coming through. But I know you mentioned center mid as a weak point, as a place that needs maybe slight more reinforcements. And we'll talk about who's rumored over there. I know you talked about left wing. I was also thinking, like, I feel like striker is still... It's not a problem like it was 2 years ago, but there's still question marks. And I think depth is a problem, right? I don't know if you agree. Like, potentially a backup could be serviceable for Arsenal. Or do you think Havertz is good enough?
I disagree completely, to be honest. I think for me, striker is the last priority. For me, left wing is first, central midfielder is second, a right back or a center back is third, and then striker fourth.
So why?
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was going to say, like, then what's with all the rumors about Julian Alvarez? If you feel like striker's not a priority. And this is what I wanted to come back to, because I felt like the Alvarez to Arsenal thing just did not make sense to me at all. The profile of the striker, everything.
Look, I think Alvarez is quality. I think he's a great striker. But the thing is, everything that I'm reading about the Alvarez deal is that it's going to be a Gyökeres trade with an additional 50 mil. Like, please, bro, stop that shit, all right? I know Gyökeres is not the most technically sound, and he's a bit, burly, and he pushes people over, but this guy scored 21 goals in his debut season, which is third in Arsenal history. No, I think fourth, behind Henry, Ian Wright, Alexis Sanchez, and Victor Gyökeres. Say what you want about Gyökeres. say I've heard it all, right? Oh, this guy can't control a ball. This guy's link-up play sucks. The second half of our season, he was really good, and his penalty taking, his penalty taking is a skill. People want to say it's pens. I've never been more calm about a player coming up and taking a penalty more than Victor Gyökeres. So if you're giving me a trade of Alvarez for Gyökeres, I'd take it because Alvarez, there's no point about him translating to the Premier League. He's already played for Man City.
Yep.
We know his technical level is better.
Winner.
He's a better hold-up player for sure. But even if you look at his record for goals, he didn't score that many goals in the La Liga last year. He scored
I looked this up, and this is the reason maybe why I'm being a bit harsh towards Alvarez. But in 29 games played, he had 8 goals. 2 of them were penalties. So he had 6 open play goals and 4 assists in 29 games played. For a player that's demanding $100 million, I just didn't see it. I think you could. I'm not disagreeing about all the things you just said about Julian Alvarez. I still think Gyökeres is more of a sure thing to give you like more than 10 goals in a season than Alvarez is.
Yeah.
Maybe Alvarez can be like a potential superstar that Gyökeres might never be, but I think for next season, to defend the title next season, bro, give me Gyökeres, man. He's going to give you like 14, 15, 16, 17 goals. You don't need more than that. That's all we need.
And if you look at the players who can play striker for us, Gyökeres, and like the thing with Havertz is people talk as much as smack that they want about him. When he's fully fit and firing, he's a baller for us. His biggest issue is in high profile. He has high profile misses. He has a lot of high profile misses, missing one-on-one chances. But his overall play, being able to link up, being an aerial outlet where if we can't beat the press, David Raya just bops the ball up. He can hold it up. So him and Gyökeres, as like two sides of the same coin, they completely complement each other. And another person we're forgetting is Mikel Merino.
Yeah.
So he's someone who, bro, I'm not even joking. Those three as like a group that can play striker, I'm more than happy with. I don't want us to go spend $100 million on Alvarez when that position is fine. I'd rather us go spend that money on left wing, on central mid, and right back. So leave Gyökeres alone, man. Man scored 21 goals, bro. That's my striker, bro.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear it.
That's the thing. It's like Kai Havertz as a starting striker to me was never going to work out. But when you have a guy like Gyökeres, having Havertz as a second striker is such a good option because he's a completely different type of player. So depending on what kind of matchup you come up, you can at least have a different look. And good thing about Havertz and Marino too is like, hey, if Gyökeres is playing every single game, those guys fit in at different positions as well. So it's not like they're going wasted. Marino can come in and do a job at the 6. Extra aerial threat if you're down late in the game. So at least those are guys that can do a job, plug them in different positions. So I'm with you, man. I just never understood the Julian Alvarez stuff, especially with all that cash involved. So we'll talk more about the rumors and what Arsenal might bring. But let's move on. Let's move on to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool didn't have the season they expected. I think that's a bit of an understatement if I say so myself.
Big understatement.
This is a tough question. I asked Arvin what are spots for upgrades that he can find in the roster. I don't know. I could even flip the question. Who even is worth keeping?
I mean, what do you mean, like, worth keeping? As of now, bro, I think I've told you before, right? We need a signing on every position. I feel to be very honest, Ekitike is out till 2027, Jan 2027. Remember that. We only have Isak who's injury prone, right? Who's gonna play? Like, God forbid if he gets injured, who's gonna play? Chiesa? No, right? He might go back to Italy. There are rumors. He's rumored to go back to Italy, and we don't have a steady right back. Frimpong is not a right back. I've seen the preseason game, and that's more than enough, to assess that he's not. I'm not comfortable him being right back. He's not even a right wing forward. Not even a right winger. He's a right wing back. Like. Exactly. I did not know. Trust me, guys.
Are you happy with Kirkes though on the left side?
You know what? I'm
Good
happier.
Enough?
I am happier right now because he's played with Areola, and dude, it shows. it shows the way he bombs forward, but he has that control, what Frimpong doesn't have. Like he's a great ball carrier as well, but he's a threat. You know, he is an attacking threat too. Like he makes those overlapping runs, and you can tell because because I watched the preseason game with Sunderland that he came on as a sub in the 45th minute because Tsimikas played left back, and one thing that we
still
need
have
to
Tsimikas?
yeah, he came back from loan, so he went to Roma. Yeah, exactly, exactly, bro. It's a mess right now. Liverpool is a mess right now. Trust me. But there are a few bright spots. The only thing is, Sal, to your question, I'm very happy with Kirk as of now. Last season, he did not settle in with Slot because Slot's tactics was totally different than Iraola's. But right now, we have the manager whom Kirk has played with, and he literally, showcased what he's made of.
Yep.
Right? So he was pretty good there. And we have Tsimikas. And we've lost leaders. We've lost Robertson. We've lost Salah. Like, who's going to replace Salah? I don't think so. There's any replacement. You can say Ryan Diamonde, but I don't think so. He's a replacement. Yeah,
not
Munoz,
right now. He could be, but not right now.
Okay, listen. You know what? I was shocked as anyone else, like when we signed Munoz, and that was out of the blue, the most out of the blue signing ever. Like I didn't hear a single rumor about him, and Romano dropped a bomb that Liverpool signed Victor Munoz from Osasuna, and he was a Real Madrid product, from the Real Madrid Castilla team, their junior team, and bro, when I saw his play, again, I'm not saying that he's going to be an instant hit or so. He's got the physique and the pace. It's a rare combination. The way he runs through the defense, I feel he has the quality to terrorize the defense if he hits his potential. But if you guys have the chance, check out his videos. He's a perfect mix of he just reminds me of Jota. He reminds me of Jota, but a stronger version and much more pacier Jota.
Yeah.
So he can invert.
Did he play? No, he's off, right? He's not playing. He's not in preseason yet, right?
No, he's off. He's off. He was.
He's off.
Yeah, he was on the bench.
Sense.
Yeah.
So do you think he could start potentially?
I don't think so, but I really want him to start against Newcastle because we hijacked Newcastle's deal. That's why, and that's the first match. Right.
Okay, so Anurup, like, give me positions you need, like priority-wise.
Priority-wise, we need a winger.
That's number one.
Yeah, that is number one.
Right
but
wing specifically.
We need a center back too, by the way. I know we have.
That's what I was gonna say,
bro. You need like two, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe Gomez
Konate's gone.
Preseason, right?
Exactly. He got injured in the fifth minute. He's always been injured. Always been injured. He's the longest serving Liverpool player.
Longer than Van Dijk?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes. 2016, I guess. I think he was before Klopp.
He was supposed to be like an English prospect too.
I have Liverpool's outfield player list, right? For defenders. Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk, Jeremy Jacquet, Leone.
Leone's injured.
Gomez is injured. Jacquet
Leone's injured.
Leone's
exactly.
Injured. Dude, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, you need three.
Listen, guys. Here's the fun. Here's the fun part. Okay, we signed a player called Ndweke from Vienna, Austria, Vienna, for 2.6 million. He's a prospect. He's a youth prospect. I think he's a 17, 18-year-old kid. He played pretty well, by the way, during the preseason game. And guess what? His work permit didn't allow him to play for England, so he's going to be loaned out to Vienna back.
How is that possible?
We are cursed when it comes to center. When it comes to defense, right back position is cursed. After number 66 fucked off to Madrid to win the Ballon d'Or. He's the next Ballon d'Or contender.
Trent?
Trent Ballon d'Or.
Yo,
I don't know.
Anurup,
Yes,
what's your starting midfield right now? What's your starting three?
As
What is
of now,
supposed to be?
it's supposed to be Gravenberch as the defensive midfielder. Again, shoehorning him, right? And then we have Soboslai, Gravenberch. We have Wirtz. Or we can use a double pivot of Gravenberch and McAllister. Don't forget McAllister. And then on the left we have, but this is the left. This is the midfield. But left forward we have Cody Gakpo, then striker Isak, right? Is unknown, right? So
okay,
midfield will be
midfield's decent.
It's not bad.
I think you need maybe like one, like a backup, like maybe just a backup. But I think you'll be okay. I just wonder how the profile of players will work. I think Gravenberch might actually work for Iriola's system too, like a ball carrier, Alex Scott type thing. You know,
great
put
turns.
some pressure.
Yeah.
But I think the midfield will be key. I think if Szoboszlai plays like he did last year, and then if Wirtz figure out how not to freaking be Wirtz.
Szoboszlai is gonna play right back,
True.
I think so.
Who do you guys have, bro?
We don't have. We have Callum Ramsey now.
You need a whole back line.
Still injured?
Huh? Conor Bradley will be injured for the next couple of months. He's not back. We're screwed. I'm telling you, man. So we need I'm telling you, we need to address every position. And Sal, listen. You said that we are well stacked in midfield. I don't think so because we still haven't replaced Fabinho. Gravenberch played great. He played great in the first during Slot's first season because he was amazing. Right? He was probably one of the best defensive midfielders in the world, I guess, at that time.
He was.
He was.
For a while, yeah.
He was
for a good
your
6-7 months.
Season, he was probably the best
he was clutch,
midfielder in the league.
Yeah.
Your title-winning season, 2 seasons ago, I'd say. He was unreal.
He was. And even McAllister and Szoboszlai were great, you know. They were switching the 10 and 8 roles. But we still have to get a solid defensive midfielder. Okay, so we have to address in midfield as well. Right wing, I don't need to say. Right, I mean we have to we are rumored to get Barcola, but the asking prices it's crazy. It's crazy. 120, 130. They know we're desperate, and they're leveraging. PSG is leveraging the Premier League market. Right, so we need to address the right wing. We need a right back. We need a centre back. We need a keeper. Who Alisson is 34. He's going to be 34. Van Dijk is 35. Bro, I can go on and on. Dedicate one whole episode for Liverpool's transfers. This is me every transfer window, barring last year, which was an anomaly. Yeah. He spent 450 million pounds. To get worse.
Bro, so basically you guys are fucked.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are fucked, bro.
Yeah,
that's my thing. How are you even going to spend money this year? What's the budget even looking like after next year, bro?
We spent 100 million on Munoz and Jeremy Jacquet. So it's all...
Jeremy Jacquet, yes.
See, you know what? I think Jeremy Jacquet, he might come good. He's still recovering from an injury. He might play the next game in the preseason. So that will be the main pairing, pairing of Van Dijk and Jacquet. But you cannot, God forbid, what if Van Dijk gets injured? He has been strong. He's only had one bad ACL injury, and he's come back stronger. But you can't rely on you can't let a 35-year-old drag you. So, I don't know, man.
Even with Van Dijk, right, his performance levels dropped last year.
Of course, what do you expect?
If it continues dropping again, so I think with your whole squad, I feel like you can field a pretty strong first 11, but one injury in any position on the pitch, right wing, if you get injured, you're fucked. Center striker, Isak goes down, you're fucked. Right, left wing, same thing. Literally every position, your backups just aren't there.
And guess what? Left wing Gakpo is being eyed by Spurs. He might go to Spurs. Yeah, they're targeting Gakpo because we have Rio. Guys, we need to speak about Rio as well. He can play on the right. Let's say hypothetically, if we get Barcola, and Barcola he plays left wing.
Right?
Yeah. So we can probably put Rio on the right because he said that he's fluid. He is okay to play anywhere as long as he's starting. And I trust him. He's still very young.
Are you comfortable thrusting a 17-year-old to be a starter for Liverpool though, with the pressure and all that?
I'm not comfortable. I'm not.
Yeah.
I really am not.
That's the cards that have been dealt at this point. Maybe that's
Yeah.
better than the alternative.
Yeah.
Bro, like chucking a
So,
17. I think
listen.
you know what's funny? I don't think it's because Liverpool don't have money. Your owners are just being stingy, man.
Very.
It's
We could have
Liverpool
gotten.
Football Club, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I know.
you have money.
Yeah.
You have money. You can spend money, fix these issues, but they're just not dropping the cash. To be honest.
I mean, they say that they're very smart with their signings and they're astute owners, and under promise and over deliver. All these, they give all these shenanigans, But hey, one quick shout out before we move to the next segment. Trey Yoni. So he is a great. I mean, he is a budding option for a defensive midfield. For our defensive midfield woes, I feel, because he played for 45 minutes in the preseason, and boy, he looked as if he owned the pitch. I mean, after he came on, he had the highest chances. He created like 3 chances more than any other player. Like he had like most number of passes completed. He tackled the most. Like he won 3 out of his 4 duels, which is insane, and he looked in complete control of that midfield. So he's like that minesweeper that we need.
Yeah.
After, maybe he might get a chance. He's 19. He might get a chance. So I don't know.
And I was watching the extended highlights of that preseason game. Who's that guy, bro? The guy who scored, that little Irish kid.
Morrison?
Morrison.
He's so
He
good.
looked good, bro. He
He's
looked pretty
very
good.
good.
He looked
Yeah.
really good. Yeah. I was impressed by him. Like, obviously, I couldn't watch the whole game because it's a
Right.
preseason game. You can't watch.
Even
the
I
whole
did
game.
not. I watched the
But
highlights.
that whole game, it's like as soon as Sobosai came on, you guys
Oh.
were. He's just class, man. He's just so good.
He oozes class. And his goal was probably...
Bro.
his
Guy
goal.
scores bangers after bangers.
Only bangers.
Only
Right?
bangers, bro. Straight up. Like he can't score a normal goal.
Yeah. But hey, I can keep talking. I'm telling you, let's dedicate a separate episode just for Liverpool. And I will rant. And I it's an unlimited supply of rant and wine from my side.
I love that. I love it when you whine.
I wish I could
It's so
say this to
good.
you.
It's so good.
I wish we did this like 5 years ago, 3 to 4 years
Bro,
ago, 5
this
years
was the
ago.
perfect
When
time. I'm so glad we started
Jota
this
would
podcast this
make you
year,
like
bro.
a
I am so
bitch.
happy. was
I
thinking
trust me when I say I'm so happy with the timing. Trust me when I say.
Oh,
I hate this. Why did I even sign
I
up for
know.
this?
Well, before I get too overly excited about my club, let's talk about United a little bit. Carrick
Let's go.
got the full contract. That was like the big thing. Was it just new manager bounce? Are they gonna go after someone else? Was Carrick gonna get the job? Carrick did in fact get the job. And I know you guys asked me about this last season too. And for me, I think he's done enough to like get a try. Like it's worth a shot. But at the same time, I think something Arvin said about Tuchel was like, yo, like you did all this, but you ended up where Southgate ended up anyways. Like, is it worth it? I can almost see us kind of falling back into that. That's what I'm scared about. Is this like Ole all over again, or is this something different? So coming into the season with like the slightest bit of hesitancy, but a remarkable amount of copium that's also coming with it. So I'll start from the back to the front. Goalkeeper, we're solid. After years of freaking turmoil, bro. United is known to have like unreal goalkeepers. Schmeichel, De Gea, Van der Sar, like legendary goalies after legendary goalies. And I don't know what the hell happened after De Gea left. It's been a minefield
It was a mistake. It was a
of
mistake.
goalkeepers. It was, and bro, he went to Fiorentina and like was doing unreal.
Yep.
Um,
He was their best player, I guess.
It was
You know,
something
you-
to do
you
with
guys missed
wages,
it.
but
Yeah.
bro, and remember he was like our player of the season for 1 or 2 years.
Yep.
Like he was literally, I'm like no joke, we would have been like Tottenham if it wasn't for him, bro. Like battling relegation down there if it wasn't for him. It was actually those
You
were
guys were though, right?
You remember that meme with
Tough
all the
times,
trash
man.
bags, and then there's one golden trash bag, and that was the hair for you.
there, yeah.
Yeah. Or like, have you seen that meme where it's like a shitty garage, but it's a Bugatti in there?
Without an engine.
Without an engine, just like a case Bugatti.
He's just keeping all the shit outside, trying his best. Bro, but Lamens, I'm not saying he's like Allison or Courtois or Brian. I'm not saying he's that, but he's good enough, man. Of all the problems we have to solve, he's more than capable enough to be like a high-level Premier League goalkeeper. So, Lamens, I'm happy with them. Keep
And
him.
he's young, bro. He's what, 23?
23, 24. So, like, way not even close to his prime, right? Like, goalies usually get to their prime in their, like, late 20s, if not even their early 30s. Yeah. So, definitely worth it. I was sad we lost out on Donnarumma, because remember we had, like, rumors about how we were supposed to get Donnarumma, and then he went to Man City. I'm glad that didn't happen. But anyways, goalie, we're good. Defense. Oh, boy. I think glaring hole for us is obviously right back. It's kind of been this like weird position for us where like Dallow's done the job, but he's obviously not good enough. But he's been such a good servant. But I think there's clearly a need in like both fullback positions. I know I've been like ranting and raving about Lewis Hall. Like I really hope that happens. Right back's another weird one. The market's kind of like weird for right backs too.
Yeah.
I know. Liverpool's also fighting for a right back. We just talked about that. So, right back's a weird one. Maybe you followed the line of what Arteta and Pep have been doing. Do we like find a center back, convert him to right back? Is that like the new meta now? I'm not even sure.
So.
I like at this point, there's not a lot of like right backs by trade that are even available in the market. I can't even think of any right now.
The one that I want at Arsenal is Coyote, man, from Brentford.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout.
23 years old. This might come across as a joke, but I want his throw-ins at Arsenal, man. I want those throw-ins.
What else
bro.
do you want?
I want the little...
Yo, it's so like fitting. Like he deserves to be there.
And you know what's funny? It's not even just that. I think anyone looking for a right back, I think he's really good. I think he's solid. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a tank. He's good defensively. He's like 23 years old. He just signed a long-term contract at Brentford, but if you can pay like maybe 50, 60 mil for him, I think it's worth it.
Can he start for any of the top four?
I think Liverpool he could start.
Even for us, potentially, bro.
Yeah,
even for us, like
he could.
I've never heard of. Why didn't we hear about him? I don't know.
we'll see.
Either way.
Yeah.
Our fullback situation is just weird because we have Mazraoui, who's kind of he's aging a little bit.
Yes.
Although he had a decent World Cup. He played left back at World Cup, funny
Yeah.
enough, and did a pretty
surprising.
decent job.
Yep.
So I won't mind him getting back into the team. Harry Amas, he's like a young guy. I just don't think he's ready yet. Obviously, we have Dallo. Luke Shaw, who was so solid last season, I have no faith in him being healthy again. So that's why that left back position is so crucial. And the last one I'm forgetting is Patrick Dorgu, who's he's almost listed. He's listed as a winger now. Like officially on like the Manchester United website, he's listed as a winger. So that's no longer a fullback option. We've basically lost the fullback in him being moved to a winger now.
Yeah.
So he's kind of in this like weird back and forth position, but I think you will see him play left back this season. Like it's just gonna happen out of need, out of injury, whatever. So I think fullback definitely a point of need. Center back, man, I don't know. Like I'm even curious to hear about what you guys have to say. It's like a weird position because I think we have actually a lot of guys, but I don't know if we have two clear cut like these are two center backs that can fight for like a top 2, top 3 position, right? Because we have Lenny Yoro, we have Harry Maguire, we have De Ligt, obviously Martinez, who just had such a good World Cup, and then Aiden Heaven, who I'm like a big fan of. So these are like 5 very usable Premier League quality center backs, and that's like a decent luxury we have. So I don't think they're gonna add anyone more, even though I feel like an upgrade is due. I think an upgrade is definitely due. I just don't think it happens this transfer season, given some of the other things we've talked about and some other holes in the position. So that's my opinion, but center back's weird.
Why don't I think center back is not a concern. I never thought that, at least for this season, because Aiden Heaven, speaking about that guy, I haven't seen a lot of his play, but he played against Liverpool, and he was really good. He's really good, man. It was last year, Bro, I thought, and I think it was last season, if I'm not mistaken. And that was, I don't know whether it was his debut or his second game. He was fantastic. And why wouldn't you, keep him as a third choice centre back?
Yep.
And you already, I think you're well stacked. And another thing, Sal.
Would you want Romero?
Was he linked? He was linked, right?
No,
He is. He's heavily
trying to
linked.
leave.
Yeah.
He's heavily linked. Delict is the one that's like, no one knows what's going on with him. There were rumors that he was going through a gender change at one point. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
No way.
That was like a whole rumor that was going on because he was he disappeared. No updates, nothing. And then eventually late at the end of the season, there was another picture of him at a hospital bed after surgery or something. So it turns out it was in fact just an injury that he's recovering from. But he's like that weird person where, bro, it was... That's how far United fans had gone down the rabbit hole.
United is so stressful. This guy's like, I'd rather be a woman than play for this.
I'll change my gender.
I'll change
Screw
my gender,
it.
bro.
I'll play the women's team. At least I have chances of winning something.
Bro, people had done some crazy detective work, bro. Like there was like fact and reasoning behind this, and I'm sitting there like,
Shit.
bro, he might have. And then he responded and put out a picture. Once those rumors started swirling, he put out a picture and he's like, guys, I'm still here. I was like,
I can't unsee him as a woman now.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's where
seriously.
the pictures came from.
that's too funny, bro.
Shit.
I like Dilic, though. When he's fit,
Yeah.
I like him. He's a good
Exactly.
player.
If we lose him, then I think, or if we lose him or Martinez for any reason, injury, whatever, something comes out, they want to move, replacing them with like someone like a Romero is crucial. If both of them are there, I think we can survive this year. Put that money towards maybe a 6, and that's I'll get into the midfield thing. We'll talk a little bit. I'll talk a little bit more about who we have signed, but I think the big glaring hole still is the Ederson deal fell through, which I have mixed feelings about. Like a part of me is like, that sucks that it didn't go through. And another part of me was like, I just feel like we could do a little bit better. So I still feel that the hole that Casemiro's left, bro, that's going to be so hard. He was essentially our second best scorer last season.
That's not a good thing.
Casemiro in Arsenal would have had like a 14-goal season, bro. If he was playing with those
PFC,
corners.
man.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And we had, I think, more corner goals than you guys did, funny enough, even though you were called Set Piece FC.
Really?
Like, there's some crazy stat. United scored a lot of...
I thought you guys were second. You guys were first for a bit, but then we caught up.
Oh, it could be
We're
that. I
top
remember
two.
we were
We're
first
top
for a
two.
bit.
We're top 2, yeah.
Yeah. But that was credit to Casemiro, right? It wasn't like it was like everyone was scoring. It was a lot to him. So I don't even expect the replacement to do the goal scoring part, but just someone that can play in a Champions League game. You know, that's what we need, because that's the levels that we're going to be competing at right now. So that's the big glaring hole. So I know the big signing that we're talking about right now is Manu Kone. I actually love that. I think he's someone that can more than enough do the job, and his valuation is not 80, 90, 100 mil like what Mateus Fernandes and stuff is demanded from Tottenham and stuff. So for the price, I think that's something that's serviceable. And our offense, again, it's a little bit weird. I hate Joshua Zirkzee truly from the bottom of my heart. I have so much hatred for him. I want nothing more for that aura farming, nonchalant, performative merchant to leave this club so he can do his stupid ball rolls and then take.
Did you watch the preseason game? The United preseason game?
I don't know. I've seen so many training videos, preseason games, and his silky dribbling against lower level.
Listen, man. I feel like he just needs to be platformed properly. He's actually a baller, man. I think
he's not a striker. He's just not a striker.
He's not a striker. He's not a striker. He can't put the ball in the back of the net. In the preseason game, he was playing Cam, and he was unbelievable, bro. I was like, dude, what the heck? This guy, and you know the funny ball roll thing? He scored a dirty goal with 2 ball rolls.
Yeah, yeah, and the goalkeeper just went flying. He was doing his whole nonchalant thing. Oh, I can do this
I'm like,
anytime
dude,
except in
this
the Premier
guy.
League when it matters.
No, because I think that's what's gonna happen. I think you guys are gonna keep him and try to play him as central attacking midfielder, maybe like a backup for a Bruno or something.
I'm
Because
okay with that. Injury to reserve.
He just can't. He can't
He's
score.
he's so talented. He just, like you said,
Yeah.
can't put the ball in the back of the net. He just can't. He's like Jonathan David. He just doesn't have that like snappy reaction, that quick
Yeah.
instinct to get the ball in the back of the net. He just doesn't have it. And bro, you can't play at United in the Premier League in the top four with a striker like that. Even as a backup, it's just not good enough. I would have loved Danny Welbeck, man. I've been asking for Danny Welbeck reunion for so long. I think he would have been the absolute perfect backup, especially for Sesko, to kind of show him like the United way a little bit, like as a training partner, as a like a reliable backup. I thought Welbeck would have been so perfect, but I think a backup striker is still needed. I think the weird thing right now that's happening with United is the whole Marcus Rashford saga. Because for some reason, Barcelona.
What's going on with him, Sal?
Well,
Is he?
Barcelona had an opportunity, I think, to buy him for 30 million from us, which a lot of United fans were kind of almost hoping for to happen, so we can get the cash and invest it elsewhere. Instead, Barcelona let him go to buy Anthony Gordon.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into that, but you can then argue, was Gordon worth that much more than Rashford?
Yeah.
Who knows? Because I'm not saying Rashford was a world beater, but he had a solid season at Barcelona. His numbers were good. I know he missed a lot of one-on-ones. That's what a lot of fans complained about. But the fact that he missed so much and still scored as much as he did,
Yeah.
it's a good season, man. He had a great season, played in the Champions League. I'm happy with this. If he doesn't end up going anywhere, I know his wages are crazy, but if we can just absorb that as a left-wing option, as a traditional left-wing option,
He's pretty
I
solid.
don't hate it. Because kind of like Arsenal, right? We have Cunha playing left wing, who's left wing, not really a left wing, like a outside 10, we'll call him.
Yeah. He's more like a 10, no? Cunha?
Yeah, but he just starts on the left side and kind of drifts in. Same way we describe Messi, right?
Yeah.
That's why I think we need like a more traditional left winger, play more on the touchline, can kind of take the ball out wide. I know Rashford's not that perfect archetype either, but he can make those runs down the line. So if this is the left wing option that we end up with and we don't have to buy another one, I think that's a win for us, man. So and he can play striker as well if we need to. So I think United's in this like weird position where we're clearly not going to challenge for the title. I think that's obvious, but we're just trying to get competitive for not playing one game a week anymore. And I think that's I'm very happy with what Ineos is doing with the strategy right now, is just shoring up the squad to make sure we can survive and get through next season and make sure we're back in the Champions League again. Because that's the worst case scenario, is like we just can't keep up with the games. You're trying to compete on all fronts and we drop down to like 6th, 7th, 8th again.
Yeah.
So we'll
I'm
see.
just worried about your depth. Again, like
That's
I
what,
think the forward lines are fine, midfield you can hold on, but your defensive depth is not good enough.
Despite getting
Especially-
the midfielders.
Yeah, which
It's still not enough.
Tillman's solid. Andre Santos good, but the thing is, I feel like you have too many similar profiles. You have too many like 8s or like deep lying 6s. You need a proper destroyers, a Casemiro replacement, and you haven't got that yet. There's still time in the transfer window to sort that out, but you have to get that. If you don't, your midfield is too lightweight, bro. It's too lightweight.
Yeah. And Bruno...
I've been...
Sorry, but do you think Bruno may leave? Is he rumored to leave?
No, not
No,
this
right?
season.
Okay.
Not this season.
Okay.
He's definitely staying this season for sure. I think the bigger problem was, obviously we had like very clear targets with Sandro Tonali and Mateus Fernandes to be that type of Premier League proven 6. And then we saw what happened and the valuations that we're going for. And I think you can tell with the Tielemans signing and the Santos signing, that's not how they want to operate this summer. I still think if Tchouaméni was on the board, bro, we got to drop the cash for Tchouaméni. I think that is like, if that's the one guy. If I could have one guy to splash the cash on this summer, that's the man. That's the man. Because he's young too, bro.
Yeah.
He's there for the next 10 years.
Easy.
If he comes in. Champions League proven, obviously. He can handle the Premier League physicality. And then kind of to what Arvin said, players with a lot of similar profiles right now, deep lying sixes. Tchouaméni is different. So then you could put Tielemans at the 6 if you want to, or Santos at the 6 if you want to, if you want that different profile. And I think that is so important when we're playing FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League, which we didn't have last year. We didn't have different ways to structure the squad. So now is the real test for Carrick. Can he like build and utilize his whole roster? He could beat Arsenal after like 10 days off and not having to worry about any other team, but like can he deal with Arsenal after beating Portsmouth midweek? So that's going to be the big test.
Yeah, I think first thing you got to worry about beating Grimsby, but that's a different. That's one step at a time, bro.
You shot your own foot there.
No, like hold on, like who is your starting 6 right now?
Technically, it would be Andre Santos, but it's like almost guaranteed they're gonna bring someone else in. Like it's just a matter of who, not if. It's like for sure, especially because of the Ederson deal falling off. There's at least one more midfielder coming in, like guaranteed. Yeah. Hopefully it's Kone, but I think that's my like realistic target. My ideal target would be Tchouaméni, but
Tchouaméni's gonna be available though, bro, because Rodri's gonna go to Madrid.
Yep, exactly. I would take him in a heartbeat, guys. At Liverpool, why not? Why not? Like he can play he would be a good part of the double pivot. You know what Areola likes to play, and he can cover. He can play as a defender too, which he has done with Real Madrid.
Just sign a defender, bro. Don't do this.
We won't. No.
Yeah.
We like shoehorning. Szoboszlai is gonna play right back. Listen, Szoboszlai is gonna play right back.
Why would you want to do that?
He's the best midfielder. Let's play him at right back. Bro.
Right? That's slot logic.
Oh my god!
But I expect better from Areola. Anyway, I digress.
That's why I'm
back to United. Yeah, like the whole Liverpool preseason game. I didn't watch it, but I heard that it was Areola ball. It was a lot more fast paced. They were pressing high up. I think
I saw a glimpse of Klopp's Liverpool. I saw a glimpse of Klopp's Liverpool.
A Sunderland player was saying that he's like, Dan Ballard. Dan Ballard. He was like, listen, this is not Sloth's Liverpool. We had a lot more time on the ball.
Yeah.
Areola, they were pressing us high. It was a lot more intense. So obviously, I think Areola is such a good appointment for you guys. But
yeah,
we
need the players.
Man, thing is, if you guys don't get to work in this transfer window, you guys could be out of the top 6, bro.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, man.
That's scary.
It's not even that far fetched because losing Mo Salah, losing Robertson,
losing Konate, a starter.
Bro, it's gonna be. So. Yeah, I think you guys will be like a fun team to watch and be like, hey, young kids playing, but you guys have to obviously maintain Champions League football. I think that's huge, right? So, but
yeah. Hopefully we get that.
That's gonna be tough. Like I feel like United and you guys is gonna be like a. Obviously, I think United have a better squad, but it's gonna be a battle.
I think United have a better squad. You know.
They do.
But
they do.
We have more continuity too, which could work against us too. But I think that consistency might help the United roster a little bit too.
Yeah.
A lot of change happening in Liverpool, man. A lot of change, and sometimes that works, right? Slot came in, and you saw that first season. It could have that type of energy, but it's It's too volatile. It's too volatile.
It's not. I think that's being disrespectful to Slot.
Bro,
I know he was shit in the second.
Come on, bro.
He was shit in the second. Listen, bro. Come on. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. It was Klopp's team. It was Klopp's team. He managed it well.
If anything, that just showed how great Klopp.
But who won it? Slot won it, right? At the end.
Slot won it. 100% Slot won it because.
But he shouldn't get the credit as much.
For me, it's like Slot lucked into a position
where
the
players won it. The players were good enough.
Sure.
They knew their system. They won it. When Slot tried to do his own thing, you saw what happened.
That is true. I mean, he was backed, with every possible signing.
Yes.
But we still did not address, bro. That's what I'm saying. We still did not address the positions. We needed a defender. We needed a right back.
No.
You guys dropped 450 mil. Nobody told you guys to buy Ekitike and Isak, bro.
I know.
Who do you think made that call? I'm sure it was Slot. He's like, hey, let me play more of this football. I'll get Frimpong from Germany. I'll get Florian Wirtz, who doesn't have the
I
physicality
think
to play in the
it's
league.
not only Slot, because Slot is a head coach, right? So Richard Hughes, who was the sporting
Of
director,
course,
he made
but
the
but-
call too, right?
But I'm sure like he would have had an input.
Yeah.
Like Florian Wirtz and Frimpong were 100% slot signings.
Yeah.
From a league he's played like that kind of football, which is fair. But signing Ekitike, I like in our group chats, I've said this a multiple.
But Ekitike was the best signing.
Ekitike was, but
Yeah.
there was no like. Think about it this way: if you had that 120 you spend on Isak, if you spend
Yeah.
60 and 60 on like a right
Yeah,
winger
yeah.
or a defender,
It's a good shout. It's a good
I
shout.
mean, like it doesn't
I
make
know.
any sense because now you have to shoehorn. If they're all fit, well, you put Ekitike on the left wing, Isak on the left wing. Like, what's going on?
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Ekitike can play left wing though. He plays like
But
left wing forward. But again, that's playing out of position. But either way, now it's
Yeah, his
done.
spot's gone anyway. So.
He's gone. Fuck. Thank God. Thank God.
Yeah,
That was the best news ever.
His press conferences used to drive me nuts.
I swear. It used to drive you nuts. Think about us.
Bro, oh my God.
Bro, I stopped watching football. I really did not have any interest. You know?
Yeah, I'm glad that guy's gone now.
Yo, I feel that, bro. I used to feel that way before too.
He was
Ten
Ten
Hag?
Hag. Ten Hag was terrible.
Yo, what's up?
Pick
with Dutch
pick one, bro.
managers,
Pick which one.
Pick which
Dutch
one.
Ball Dutch managers are a problem.
Frauds,
flag,
bro.
red
They're all
flag.
frauds.
They're all frauds. Who's
Yeah.
the greatest ball Dutch man? I can't even think of any. Yeah, even Koeman. Not Koeman, sorry.
Was Ronald? Yeah, I was gonna say, was he
not
bald?
He was not
No,
bald.
Koeman's not bald. Even think Louis Van Gaal was trash, bro.
He was trash. Bro, Sal, like after I'm telling you, after Fergie, you guys have been like you guys haven't been the same. You know that.
Bro, there's a part of me that's
And you'll
scared,
drop
like deep
millions
down
too.
inside. It's like, yo, will it ever go back?
It's hard.
When I'm going to
can't
bed
see
at night,
that.
these are the thoughts I have, bro. I'm like, yo, will I ever feel that feeling again? Like,
Yeah.
who's to say? Like, why am I acting like it's like an because in my head, it's still an expectation that like, yeah, we're gonna get back to the top. Like, it's like a matter of if not when, and then it's sorry, when and not if, and then now it's like,
Yeah.
yo,
It's gonna
this
be
what it's
14
like?
years. 14
To
years
just-
now.
just constant struggle and nothing comes out of it.
Man, I can't even imagine waiting that long for a trophy, bro. Ugh.
Okay, anyways, we talked a lot about Arsenal
Yeah.
and Liverpool and
Hey,
stuff.
man, we.
Why don't we talk about some of the other clubs? So Chelsea moving crazy recently. Because we talked about like how Liverpool United might kind of be like right there. What about Chelsea? Like, are they? I don't know. The weird signings, right? Let's recap some of them.
What are they doing?
It's like no. If you want to recap the signings, we can recap and then get into a discussion about them. But I feel like we say this about them every year, and the owners fuck it up some way or the other, bro. Something always happens. We said this last year. We said this the year before. You know what's funny? Every time Chelsea fans do an 11, they have like 7 Chelsea players and 3 Arsenal players. They finish 10th. We win the league. But their players are better than ours, apparently. Like, every time. It's like, oh yeah, we have Reece James. Oh, Enzo's better than this guy. But then why are you 10th, bro? Oh, it's
Look
because
at
we
their
sacked the manager.
fucking look at their positions.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know.
12th, 10th. After spending what, like almost $500 million or something.
Yeah.
Remember the January transfer window with Enzo, Fernandes, and Caicedo.
Was Enzo January? I don't think so.
He,
Caicedo was,
he,
right?
he was January. I think he was January. Both were January. I
Euro.
remember. Both were January. One was 100 and yeah. I remember that. I can never forget
Right.
because Liverpool bid for Caicedo just to
Yes.
They
Caicedo
hiked the
for
price.
Sure. Caicedo for sure. Yes, you're right. You're actually
yeah.
right. But yeah, if we want to
Never let a Chelsea fan talk smack.
So I was looking up who officially Chelsea has signed so far. They signed Marco Palestra for 57 million. Quenda from Sporting for another 50 million. And then obviously the one that we know about, Morgan Rogers for 137. They've already spent almost 250 million. And this is not including Obviously, Jordan Henderson and Welbeck that's going to be joining soon. I know Henderson's a free transfer, and apparently the Xhaka one's fallen off. How are they already spending 250 million? What happened with all the charges and shit that they had? How is this possible? I don't even understand sometimes the sport.
They're making sales too, right? Or no?
Yeah, but do you see their deal with Aston Villa? Bro,
No.
at the end of the day, you have to give Chelsea credit, bro. They always find these little loopholes, man. So they spent 117 to get Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa. Right after the deal was done, they sold Garnacho from Chelsea to Aston Villa for like 40, but it's a loan with an obligation to buy. So they're both like helping each other out. Because that price will fall on Aston Villa's book at this time, because it's a loan at this time, so it's going to hit next summer.
Yeah.
So it's helping them with their PSR because they have PSR issues. That's why they're like selling off Morgan Rogers and whatnot, right? It's like it's weird how they're always doing some swap deal. Even with I think even with Crystal Palace, they're trying to do a swap deal. I'm not sure who it was. Like obviously signed Lacroix as well, but they were trying to trade another player to them. Like they're always doing some sneaky shit. Man. I'm telling you.
Stay away from
Sassy
them.
going the other way or some shit. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It's smart. Like you said,
Respect.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
And hopefully they get caught up in all that mess, and then it bites them in the ass at some point. Because that's also something that can happen. But
either way, they're not going to make it to the Champions League. So.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, Morgan Rogers, 30 million or whatever. Look, I like Morgan Rogers. I know Arvin, you've gloated about Morgan Rogers a little bit. I know you like him too. But that is a ridiculous price, no?
Yeah.
100%.
Like, what? Yo, when I saw that, and everyone was clowning Arsenal, that like, oh, they hijacked the deal. Genuinely, my first reaction was, you guys dodged a bullet. Like, I don't think... There's this whole argument about, like, what is Morgan Rogers? Is he a 10? Is he a winger? Is he like, similar to Eze? Is he more dynamic? All these things. Regardless, for what Arsenal needed, spending that type of money, it just doesn't make sense. I think he's more useful in Chelsea anyways. So I think, sure, if anyone should have justified spending that much, I think Chelsea makes sense. I can see why Arsenal didn't even... You said they didn't put a bid on him?
They didn't bid on him.
Bro, I think when they heard the asking price, they're probably like, bro, peace.
Yeah.
Like, what?
They backed off.
Because I think initially the talks were around 80 million, which I think is a fair price.
Yeah.
And then what happened was Chelsea wanted to get him. They just dropped 117 because the record transfer for an English player was 116. They made it 117 just so Morgan Rogers has the record. Who's going to say no to that? And you know what's crazy? It's 100% guaranteed, that deal. No performance-based bonuses. It's a 6-year contract for Morgan Rogers. He'd be an idiot not to sign it. And I think this is what Chelsea's problem is. You give these players these long contracts with no performance bonuses, he can literally put his feet up. He's done. For 6 years, he doesn't have to do anything. He can play however he wants. But all that aside, I do rate Morgan Rogers, and obviously when we're linked with him, in my head, I didn't want him as our primary left winger because we have too many of these players they're either a 10 but can play on the wing. Max Dowman, Ethan Nwaneri, Eze, like we have too many of these profiles that are way too similar. So when we lost him to Chelsea for 117, at first I was like, damn, they hijacked our deal. But then I looked at it, 117, I'm like, you know what, we actually definitely dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
But I will say this, right? I think in Xabi Alonso's system, with him and Cole Palmer playing dual 10s, one left side and one right sided, I think they're going to cook. Because Cole Palmer's left-footed.
That's right.
Rogers is right-footed. They have goal threats coming inside. That's where they like to play. Palestera, I think, won Syria Defender of the Year last year, so he's a good young prospect. They have Reece James, obviously.
Yeah.
I think Cucurella's a big loss, so...
Yeah.
Obviously, if they sort out... I think Enzo's going to leave, so they have to sort out their midfield. I think Lacroix is a pretty decent defender, so they still have some work to do, but...
They have Gerald Hato as well, right?
Gerald
on the
Hato
left.
as well.
Still have Hato.
Yeah, so like I wouldn't be surprised if they make top 4, but
Yeah.
again, that club is just so volatile, bro. One day everything's fine and dandy. Next thing there's one press conference, Xabi Alonso's gone, and they hire Liam Sr. Bro. Like that's just how they operate, right? So you don't know what's gonna happen with them at all. Like
Yeah.
and they say they've made a change, but even going if you tie that to the signings they're trying to make now, I understand Welbeck. Welbeck is a serviceable player. Even he's 35. I get
He's
it.
a good signing.
But he's a good player.
Yeah.
But Jordan Henderson, bro.
Why?
I know we were having this debate. I don't get it at all. But yeah, let's discuss this. Like, what do you guys think of the Jordan Henderson signing?
I mean, there's no loss for Henderson, right? He's going on a free transfer. He'll be on good wages, for sure, right?
That's actually what would like sway me on if this is a good deal or not. It kind of depends on the wages. If it's like nothing ridiculous and it doesn't get in the way of making other moves, I can see why bringing Jordan Henderson has value on a free. If they even paid 20 million for him, I'd be like, what are you guys doing? But if this is a free transfer on like half decent wages and you're just like, hey, come in, you're going to play a couple of games here and there, but for the most part, you're here for the locker room, for the training ground, those type of things. The same reason England took Jordan Henderson over is maybe what Chelsea is thinking. Because some of the things that happen behind the scenes, maybe we don't even understand the value a player brings to a team, right? That's what I'm thinking. Like Jordan Henderson just seems one of those guys that teams want him to be around.
He's a leader. Yeah, bro. You need a person who can like scream and shout in the on the training pitch or maybe in the dressing room. You need a player like that. And Jordan, he's been with Liverpool for a long time, and he was a great influence. Actually, his influence was a bit, I think it went under the cover. I felt so. So
no, he for Liverpool he was class, bro.
I think we know now, like
right?
It's the covers have come off. Like now we know how important he was.
Yeah.
But again, like my issue with that Henderson signing is, especially if Enzo goes, the thing that benefits Chelsea is they're only playing like one game a week. They're not in Europe at all, which is nuts.
That's right.
So that helps them because they can just keep playing their starting 11 in the Premier League and the FA Cup
Exactly.
and throw players on.
Yeah.
But for example, if they don't sign another midfielder on top of this, and somehow maybe Enzo gets injured, albeit that if we expect him to stay, if Enzo gets injured, I think Jordan Henderson has to play, and that's a problem.
That's a
Everything
problem.
we're saying about Jordan Henderson is he's great off the pitch, but if he has to play Chelsea, they're cooked. They're cooked, bro. I don't even think he played that much for Brentford.
Not much.
No, I checked. He started 22 games and he played 29 in total.
But like,
Really? Whoa.
which I thought it was much lesser, which is great. I'm surprised by that. But again, like for a team trying to compete in the top four, you can't have like Jordan Henderson playing a lot of minutes.
You're
If
talking
bringing
Chelsea.
him just for the off the pitch stuff, fair. But I think you could have gotten a player maybe a bit younger who could actually produce on the pitch. Sign Christian Norgard. Take him.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, like he's a captain. He's 31. He played way too little. Whenever he played, he actually looked good for us. There are players of that sort. If you look at maybe some other teams, like I was thinking of Goretzka, but after that whole penalty situation, that kind of soured my taste of whether his mentality is there. But again, he's a winner. He's a free agent. He's 30 years old. You could have bought Goretzka for that money, right? So stuff like that. So that's a confusing one because Danny Welbeck, I get. He actually scored against Chelsea a bunch too. He buried them last time, and it wouldn't be a Chelsea
He had like
window.
15 goals last season.
Yeah.
No, he was really good, and like it wouldn't be a Chelsea window without them buying a Brighton player. So there,
That's true.
It has, honestly, bro, it has to. Like it's just how it is. But
It's the only thing is, and I don't disagree with you. I actually do 100% agree with you. But the only thing is, I think, like I said, it's the assumption that they are gonna sign someone. Because let's take your scenario and Enzo gets injured and Jordan Henderson has to play. Let's say they didn't sign Jordan Henderson and Enzo got injured. They're even more screwed than they are now. So that's what I think. I think as long as this doesn't get in the way of getting another player in, this is good. And even if you don't get another player in, at least you have him as like a backup because it's still something is better than nothing at this point. If you don't end up anything else, so that's why I think it's a somewhat low risk move because I don't think it hinders their ability to get anything else. But we'll see. We'll see. It is volatile, like you said. Um, quickly, we'll touch on Tottenham. They stole two of our targets, which I'm like somewhat annoyed about. Obviously, they got Tonali for it was like 90 million plus add-ons. I think with add-ons, it goes on to like over 100 million.
Yeah.
And then they also signed Mateus Fernandez from West Ham, also I think for like 85 million or
Crazy
something.
money. Yeah.
Yo, Spurs moving crazy.
Yep.
I'm not like even Tonali, I think that's a bit much. I would have loved Tonali to come to United. But I just think that's still a little bit too much. I know he's not that old either. But club record fee to get a player like that, I just don't see if that's going to really work out for them. But I also understand Tottenham's situation. They need to overpay to get people to come to them. That's just the situation they're in. And they need to do everything they can to kind of make moves this summer in hopes of moving up and getting back into that top 6 fight. But I just don't know if this is what's going to move them over the line. You know, I think there's just still too many gaps everywhere. And is spending $200 million on 2 players really going to get you back? I don't know. They're good players, right? We can't disagree. They are good players. They're going to get the job done. I just don't know how much this moves the needle. I don't know what you guys think.
Don't forget about the free transfers that they got as well. I think it's pretty astute.
Yeah.
Robertson,
I was gonna say that.
Senesi.
Senesi's the big one, too.
How about was this guy?
And then Van Hecke.
Dubravka was
They signed
free.
Van Hecke.
Van Hecke, but he wasn't a free transfer.
They signed Van Hecke.
But
It
oh
wasn't
no,
free,
no,
but
Van
that's
Hecke
a
was free,
great
right?
signing.
Let me check.
No.
Sorry.
Senesi was free.
Dubravka
Van
was
Hecke
free.
55 million. Dubravka was free.
Yeah,
So,
but still,
they've got
they're
two
well stacked.
solid central defenders. Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed. Like, it's not just the Mateus
So-
Fernandez and the Tonali,
Yeah.
right?
So average it out. You know, they spent 200 million, but they've got what? They got free transfers. They got around 5 to 6 players in, right? And as I mentioned, they are eyeing Cody Gakpo as well. He is on
That would be good, actually. I like that for them.
Yeah, for them. Not for us.
Who's playing on the left for Spurs right now?
Shit, that's a good question.
Was it Kulusevski? No, not Kulusevski. No, was it Kudus?
Kulusevski was he played right.
Kudus
no?
on the left. Kulusevski. Who's on the left wing, bro?
Kudus was on the right, and Kulusevski was on the right as well.
I think Matthias Tell
Simmons?
sometimes kind
No.
of played
Matthias
on the
Tell.
left.
Yes.
Tell.
Yeah.
It was Matthias Tell, Kolo Muani, and then but Kudus got injured too. So then they played like Bergval and they have another
Solanke played a bit too.
Solanke played.
Solanke on the left. Oh,
No. He did start though.
okay.
Yeah, that front is still. We'll see. But they're making moves. I don't know if they're quite gonna get into like Champions League positions, but they're definitely better. And like you said about Chelsea too, only 1 game a week. So the big name signings actually do go a long way because they're playing almost all the games. So I think it's good for the league, though. I was like one of the few people I think that was like slightly hoping Tottenham wouldn't get relegated last season, just because it's another game to get excited about. It's like a big game matchup, another derby. So just from like an entertainment standpoint, more memes. So I'm okay with this. I think it's good for the league to have another competitive team.
Oh, that would have been so ideal if they got relegated.
Right?
Oh my god, I would have loved it, bro. They were
That's
this
too much,
close
man.
to-
That's too
they were
much.
You know
You're
what
too
I hate
big.
about Spurs? No, you know what I hate about Spurs fans? The game against Arsenal, no, the game against West Ham that we were playing, they were still hoping West Ham would get a result. You know how crazy that is? You know how nuts that is? Because if they beat us, they would have Tottenham would have got relegated, but they don't care. They just want Arsenal to lose. Like,
Yeah.
support your own damn club, bro. They were like, I don't know, Abby Summers, bro. She was
my.
going crazy, bro.
Don't listen to
And
her.
that's just no, but every Spurs fan, even shout out expression, but like every Spurs fan, even on Twitter and stuff, they were just going like, Arsenal, like, come on, bro, you need us to beat them. But anyway, we're gonna go. It's an extra 3 points for us. We go there and kick their ass all the time. So I don't really care.
For all of us, I guess.
Yeah, 3 point lane, bro. 3 point lane.
Yeah, basically. I think the one big one that we kind of should address very quickly, Elliot Anderson, monster fee. What was it? Another 130 million, pretty close to the Morgan Rogers numbers. I know initially there were little tiny rumors about Elliot Anderson coming to Manchester United. Not for that price, man. It was never gonna happen. I think that move happened super quickly too. And this, I think, was like the domino that made I think Rodri want to move as well. I think once we saw this, it was like, okay, Rodri's gonna go to Madrid. It's gonna set off like a whole domino effect. So I think this was like that first piece to go. We'll see kind of how else, but how much does this kind of move the needle for Man City to try to compete next year against Arsenal?
Trouble, bro. I think they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Especially if Rodri goes, that's a key pillar of their team. They've lost Bernardo Silva. They're gonna lose Rodri now. Like they're just losing players left, right, and center.
John Stones
that has come. John
going to
Stones,
enter.
that's another big leader, right? Like
Big influence.
huge, bro. So I think signing Elliot Anderson's all well and good, but they need to replace their whole midfield in terms of like who's gonna start for them now. They're gonna have Ryan Cherky maybe in the 10, Elliot Anderson, and Nico Gonzalez instead of Rodri. I don't know, bro. That's looking kind of shaky. Their front line's obviously great. They signed Semenyo, they have Haaland and all that.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a bit of a transition for them in the sense that, they spent 116 million in their transition season. That's what Man City did. And ruined the market for everybody else, but that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, transition.
They're gonna spend more probably, man.
They're gonna spend more.
They will.
They might get into the Vini sweepstakes, which I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
No way.
Why not?
Yeah,
Because
actually,
Man
no.
City-
The moment you say it, like it kind
Man.
of does clock in my head, actually.
But they'll have to sell Doku for that, right?
Do they? Does
You're
Man
talking
City do that,
Manchester
bro?
City. You're talking Manchester City. Never mind.
No, bro, they benched Grealish for how long? And he was a record transfer at the time. They don't care.
They don't give a
They don't
fuck.
care.
And they're not gonna pay anything for it anyways.
Yeah.
But we're talking about rumors. I think how what's your percentage of Vinny actually leaving Madrid? What's the hopium looking like, Arvin? Like what are you at?
Oh man.
Say it with chest, bro. You gotta believe.
I think he comes to Arsenal like 60-40.
60-40?
Yeah, that's
Comes to
fair.
Arsenal?
Yeah.
Hope you.
Okay. I try to make a list, right? Reasons he. Okay, what are the reasons he wouldn't come to Arsenal? Downgrade from Madrid, right?
Yeah.
Which I think that's fair. Like I think leaving Madrid to go to Arsenal, it is a downgrade. Like no questions about that. Wages, wages. The thing is, at first I was like, you know what, maybe they're right. But when you really think about it, we paid Mesut Ozil 350 a week. We paid Aubameyang 350 a week.
You have to pay him.
Without Champions League football and not
400.
being Premier League champions.
Easy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So right now we're Premier League champions. We went to the Champions League final. Obviously that comes with prize money.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz is on 270 right now. Gabriel Jesus on 265. You get rid of Gabriel Jesus, already you
Fuck.
found money, bro.
That's a lot
So
of
we
money.
can pay him. And then another thing about David Ornstein's tweet, if you read it, he said this move was approved at all levels of the club. So
Yeah.
clearly the owners,
The
directors,
wage would have been
managers,
discussed.
Yeah.
They know what Vinny's gonna cost. They're ready to pay it. So I don't think the wages
Right.
are gonna be an issue. I think the only real factor I see is the downgrade from Madrid to Arsenal, which I understand. But if he wants to be the guy, the
Yep.
sole superstar, just come to Arsenal, bro.
He will.
Vinícius Jr. is gonna come home. It's gonna be Odysseus Jr., bro. Trust me. He's coming home to Penelope. Come home, bro. We'll take care of you. We'll sing songs for you. You'll be left wing for sure, bro. No problems. Oh man, imagine that lineup, bro. Vinicius. Oh,
That's going to be insane. The forward is going to be insane. Gyökeres, Saka, and Vinny.
Vinny?
That's the end. That's the end. And you guys are stacked in midfield. My goodness.
Man,
Oh, I'm getting a
man.
headache right now.
I when I was growing up, our marquee signing was Marouane Chamakh, bro. Marouane Chamakh was our marquee signing. I remember researching this guy, thinking this guy's gonna be the next big thing. Scored like 13 goals or something over his career, bro. But
used
The
to pray
fact
for
that
times
we're-
like these.
Bro, we're in the sweepstakes to sign Vinícius Jr., bro.
That's crazy.
And it's not even like that far-fetched. Man, if he comes to Arsenal, bro. And then, you know what's crazy? On top of that, we're linked with Bruno Guimaraes, bro. One of the best
think
midfielders in the
That's the
great
big one.
signing.
I think
That's the
that
big
should
one.
be
Yeah.
the priority for Arsenal.
100%.
Yeah.
Like from reports I'm reading, we're kind of just haggling on the price. Just get it done, man. Just get it done. Because a midfield of Odegaard, who's gonna be on his preferred right side, linking up with Bukayo, Declan Rice as a sitting 6, and Bruno Guimaraes on the left side with Vini. Oh my god,
Bro, that Brazilian partnership.
right? That Brazilian partnership with Calafiori on left back, who can just do whatever he wants. He's just a maverick player. Man, I'm praying to God that happens. Like, even if Vinny doesn't happen, I want us to sign Bruno G.
Yeah.
Bruno G
Yeah,
has
yeah,
to
yeah.
get done.
I think that's
Yes,
the
exactly.
more important
That is the
signing,
most,
I feel.
yeah, because obviously Declan Rice needs rest. He's been run to the ground playing for England
Yeah.
as well. I don't think he's gonna play until like September or maybe in October. That's how much rest
Really?
he needs. So
Okay.
we need Bruno G to come in and just he's gonna hit the ground running right away. He's a plug and play player, bro. And I know people
One
are
of the
talking about
best.
the age. He's 28, 29.
No,
Man,
he's still the
honestly,
best.
He's still
in
like
his
these
position.
days, bro. Athletes' primes are extended. They have a lot more medicine. They have a lot more like physiotherapy.
It is true.
Like the
Yeah.
age is not that big of a factor anymore. Just pay the money, man. Just get Bruno G in, and then we'll figure everything else out. Yeah, the day that tweet dropped, I had to check if it was a fake Ornstein account. I was like, nah, there's no way. And then when it went to the Athletic app, I was like, Arsenal exploring a move for Vinicius. I was like, no fucking way, bro. This is insane.
There's another fake Ornstein account. It's David.Orney.
Only
And it
David
has
Or-
a Orney. And it has a blue tick. So you gotta be careful.
Yeah. But yeah, man, if we just get this over the line, man, holy crap. I'm speechless, bro. Like, even just the thought of it, like, all I've been watching, you know what's funny? I was watching a Vinícius Jr. comp, just to like get myself excited. The top comment was, Vini Jr. is one of those players you don't need to watch a comp video for. He's just him. I'm like, you're absolutely right, bro. There
That's
are
true.
a few players that are just know what they're about. There's no need for a comp video. There's no need for anything. You just know they're just top tier. So I hope.
I
that
mean,
happens.
just a couple of years ago, a lot of people said he was robbed of Ballon d'Or, right? So
100%. Yeah.
that's and I'll admit, I don't know if I was just being a hater, but I was one of those people. I thought Vinny deserved it that season. But that's the quality of player we're talking about. This is not just like a really good player. Like, this is arguably best in his position and on his day best in the world at what he does. So that's no joke. And that's what I meant. Like, we haven't had a player like that come in as a transfer into the Premier League in a hot minute. You know?
I can't think of who would be the closest one.
Like, someone in their absolute prime coming to the
Pogba, maybe.
Not even Haaland, right?
No,
Like,
'cause-
from
'cause
Dortmund
Pog-
to
Pogba was good, but he wasn't like
not Pogba.
best in his position. Like, there was still a lot to prove for Pogba at the time. Vinny doesn't have much to prove anymore. Champions League, best, like, leads his country. Like, he's coming in as the man cemented. I can't remember the last time Premier League had someone come in like that. It's usually even Hazard when he came in. He was young.
He was young.
Holland was young when he came in.
Salah,
De Bruyne. Salah wasn't a
Salah.
proven product. De Bruyne wasn't a proven product at this point.
De Bruyne was a failure, considered a failure. Salah, De Bruyne,
Salah
both were
too.
Chelsea
It's the same,
failures.
Chelsea failures,
Chelsea failure,
Both.
yeah.
Bro, this doesn't happen often. Usually our superstars go elsewhere. They go to Spain. They
Yep.
don't come from Spain here. So, we'll see. Anything else on the rumor mill? Where does Barcola go?
Barcola.
Because you've been talking about Barcola a lot, but if Vinny doesn't happen, like Bruno G and Barcola is like, I think I can see that happening way more likely than Bruno G and Vinny. You know what I'm saying? I think that just might be too much for Arsenal. But Barcola and Bruno G, bro, I feel like that would be like a 10 out of 10 transfer window.
I think
It would be.
that's why your team, Liverpool, need to get him right now.
Yeah, I think so. Bro, we
need to
have
get
to.
him ASAP.
We have
Yeah.
to. We don't have an option. Throw 120, 30, I don't care.
Oh, God.
You drop that. You drop that 130
Again.
mil, I don't care. Because I mean, first things first, guys. Now I have been following a lot of accounts. Even Fabrizio he's been mentioning about Barcola to Liverpool. Like, I think they might have submitted a bid already, which has been rejected. Like 100 mil, they're just negotiating right now, and I think I have a feeling that he should be a Liverpool player. But I agree with you, Sal. I think he would be best suited for Arsenal if Bruno G and Barcolas, they both signed for Arsenal. But we need him. We're desperate. I hate to use that word, but we're desperate.
I rate Barcola so much. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He's a
Me
baller,
too.
bro. He's an absolute. I've never seen someone that when they play from a standstill, that acceleration is
Right?
so scary, man. That guy and the little dribbles that he has, like when the ball comes to, he can just knock it over a defender. He's gonna cook in the Premier League. Whoever gets him, if you guys get him, I think you guys are getting like a future superstar.
Absolutely.
I rate Barcola really highly. Like that's why, like, if you guys don't get him and the Vinny thing falls, like Arsenal have to get Barcola
Right.
because like there's no other
Because he wants out. He wants out. He's not signing
wants
a
out.
new deal with PSG. So I think he's definitely destined to come to Premier League. I have a feeling, it's a hunch, he'll be coming to Liverpool.
Okay.
Honestly, you guys just need to get it done right now. Just put the money down, get him, no questions asked.
I don't care about the fee anymore.
Yeah, just get it done.
Yep.
But yeah, that wraps up our transfer edition of the Premier League. We're gonna have a lot more of this content coming up. I think it's just heating up. It was a bit quiet because of the World Cup. All the players are on holiday, but they're back. We can't wait for the league to come back, and the transfer rumors are just gonna heat up. But if you guys like the content and you want to support the boys, follow us on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok at VAR from Perfect. That is VAR from Perfect, and we'll give you a lot more content. Keep the comments coming. We have little polls, we have little games, all that fun stuff. But on that note, let's hope the transfer season feeds us more of this dopamine hits that we've been getting from it. Honestly, every little tweet, it does the business for us. But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.